Mental strength is not a product of circumstance or physical ability. It is birthed from the mindset. The way we think about ourselves, our challenges, and our potential shapes the direction of our lives. Everything begins in the mind. Our decisions, our actions, and ultimately the outcomes we experience. The mind is the primary force that determines how we respond to life's circumstances. And to be mentally strong, you must first master your thoughts. If you believe that challenges are insurmountable, you will be paralyzed by them. If you believe that failure is final, you will never attempt to rise after a fall. But when you choose to adopt a mindset of perseverance and possibility, your perception of challenges shifts. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to see them as stepping stones. Instead of viewing failures as defeats, you see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional thought, discipline, and a willingness to challenge the negative narratives that often dominate our minds. Too often, we allow fear, doubt, and insecurity to control how we see the world. These limiting beliefs can anchor us in places where growth and progress feel impossible. But when you choose to replace those thoughts with empowering beliefs, you unlock the mental strength needed to face any difficulty head-on. A strong mindset is also a resilient one. It does not crumble when things get tough. Instead, it stands firm, grounded in the belief that no matter the circumstances, you have the ability to overcome. The strength of your mind comes from your ability to control what enters it, what you allow to grow there, and how you nurture it over time. This is why mental strength is not something that is built in a single moment or after a single victory. It is developed over time through consistent intentional thought and action. When you start to understand that your mindset dictates your response to every situation, you realize the true power lies within you, not in the world around you. The way you see yourself, your circumstances, and your potential will either empower or limit you. Strength begins with the realization that your mind is the starting point for everything in your life. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. The thoughts you hold within your mind are not mere fleeting ideas. They are the foundation upon which your reality is built. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every experience you have starts with a thought. The mind is incredibly powerful, and it has the ability to shape your world in ways that may not always be immediately obvious, but are always profound. When you change your thinking, you change your life. What you think about consistently, what you believe in, and how you view yourself and the world around you will inevitably influence what happens in your life. If you constantly think about your limitations and what you cannot do, then you are unknowingly creating barriers for yourself. These thoughts act like chains that keep you bound to a reality where growth and success seem impossible. On the other hand, when you focus your thoughts on what you can do, on your strengths, and on your potential, you begin to open doors of possibility. The more you believe in your capabilities, the more opportunities you will see, and the more you will take steps toward realizing your dreams. Thoughts are like seeds. They grow into actions, and actions form habits. If you think positively, you will naturally start to take positive actions. Those actions lead to habits, and habits define who you become. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, they will grow into actions. that reflect hesitation, indecision, or even avoidance of challenges. However, when you consistently plant seeds of confidence, hope, and determination, those thoughts will grow into a mindset that sees every challenge as an opportunity and every setback as a learning experience. It's important to understand that your reality is not dictated by external circumstances alone. While life will throw obstacles your way, your internal world, your thoughts and beliefs determines how you navigate those challenges. A person who thinks they are defeated, for example, will behave in a way that reflects. On the other hand, someone who thinks they are capable, resilient, and empowered will take bold action, step up to challenges, and keep moving forward with confidence. The power of thought extends beyond individual actions. It shapes your emotional state, your relationships, and even your physical well-being. Positive thinking doesn't just make you feel better emotionally, it also changes the way you engage with others and the world. When you approach situations with an optimistic mindset, you are more likely to find solutions, collaborate effectively, and build relationships that help you grow. Your internal dialogue will influence your external reality. And just as your thoughts can shape your present reality, they also shape your future. The thoughts you entertain today will create the path for tomorrow. If you consistently visualize success, think about your dreams, and focus on what you want to achieve, you begin to create a blueprint for your future. The more you cultivate this mindset, the more likely you are to take the actions necessary to bring that vision into fruition. Your thoughts are like a magnet. They attract circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with the energy and beliefs you put out into the world. If your thoughts are filled with negativity, that's what you will attract. If your thoughts are filled with possibility, you will attract opportunities that align with those thoughts. The truth is, the reality you live in is a direct reflection of the thoughts you think. To change your life, you must first change your thinking by mastering your thoughts. You are not just shaping your present, you are shaping your entire future. Adversity is often seen as something to avoid or fear, but in reality, it is the very thing that builds and strengthens mental resilience. Life does not always unfold as we expect, and challenges are an inevitable part of the journey. However, it is in these very moments of difficulty that the foundation of mental strength is forged. It is easy to remain strong when things are going well, when everything falls into place, and when life feels comfortable. But true mental strength is tested and built in the fire of adversity. Every challenge you face, every hardship, and every setback presents an opportunity to grow stronger. Adversity forces you to confront your limitations, question your assumptions, and test your resolve. It's in the struggle that your character is developed. Without adversity, there will be no need to tap into deeper reserves of strength, patience, or perseverance. Difficult moments push you beyond your comfort zone and force you to confront your fears and doubts. The discomfort and pain you experience during tough times become the crucible in which your mental toughness is. It is important to understand that adversity does not define you, it reveals who you truly are. When you face difficult situations, your response determines your growth. Do you crumble under pressure, or do you rise to the occasion? Do you see the challenge as an insurmountable obstacle, or do you view it as an opportunity to prove your strength and resilience? The way you respond to adversity shapes your mental strength. It is not the difficulty itself that has power over you, but your response to it. The strongest individuals are not those who have been sheltered from life's difficulties, but those who have faced them head-on and emerged stronger. Adversity teaches you the art of resilience, the ability to bounce back after setbacks. It teaches you to be flexible, to adapt, and to learn from your mistakes. When things don't go according to plan, it's easy to give in to discouragement. But adversity demands that you find a way to keep going. It builds your capacity to endure, to persist, and to continue moving forward despite the odds. Furthermore, adversity builds mental strength by revealing your inner resources. When everything around you seems uncertain, it is often in those moments that you discover strengths you never knew you had. You may find a well of courage, determination, and resourcefulness within you that emerges only in times of struggle. These qualities, which may have remained dormant in more comfortable times, rise to the surface when you need them the most. Every time you face a challenge and find a way to push through, you increase your capacity to handle future difficulties. Your strength grows each time you choose to endure and overcome. Another crucial aspect of adversity is that it fosters perspective. When you face hard times, you begin to develop a deeper understanding of life and your place in it. You learn that struggles are not permanent, they are temporary. And the pain you experience is part of the process that leads to growth and greater understanding. Adversity helps you build emotional fortitude, teaching you to handle disappointment, failure, and loss without becoming overwhelmed. The emotional strength gained in these times enables you to remain calm and steady in the face of future challenges. Additionally, overcoming adversity builds confidence. Every time you successfully navigate a difficult situation, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling even the toughest challenges. This confidence, built on real experience, empowers you to take on new challenges with a sense of assurance. You begin to trust your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Mental strength is not just about getting through adversity, but growing through it. As you move through each difficulty, you gain not only strength, but wisdom that shapes the way you approach future obstacles. Ultimately, adversity shapes you into a stronger, more resilient individual. And it helps you understand that growth often comes through hardship. The storms of life are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for development. Each challenge is a chance to strengthen your resolve, sharpen your focus, and build the mental toughness required to face the world with courage and confidence. The strength you gain through adversity is not only about surviving, but about thriving in the face of hardship, emerging stronger and more equipped for the future. Fear is an inherent part of the human experience, and while many view it as something that holds them back, it is in fact an essential part of the journey toward growth and success. Fear, when properly understood and managed, can be a powerful motivator rather than an obstacle. It is often seen as a roadblock, but in reality, it is simply a sign that you are stepping into new territory, stretching beyond your comfort zone and challenging yourself to grow. When you embark on any meaningful endeavor, whether it's starting a new business, taking on a leadership role, pursuing a dream, or facing a personal challenge, fear will inevitably show up. This is not something to avoid or suppress. Fear Fear is a natural response to the unknown, a warning sign from your mind that you are venturing into unfamiliar territory. It's a signal that you are pushing beyond your limits and growing in the process. Fear is part of the journey, because without it, there would be no need for courage. It is the presence of fear that makes courage necessary. The key to overcoming fear is not to avoid it, but to face it head on. When you embrace fear instead of running from it, you allow yourself to take control of your emotions and actions. Fear, when confronted, loses its grip on you. It may still exist, but it no longer has the power to stop you. The strongest people are not those who are fearless, but those who act in spite of their fear. They recognize that fear is simply a part of the process, and they move forward anyway. Fear often stems from uncertainty or doubt, and it can manifest as anxiety, worry, or self-doubt. It might make you question your abilities or whether you are capable of achieving your goals, but instead of allowing these thoughts to paralyze you, use them as a signal to push forward. Fear challenges you to develop resilience, to build mental strength, and to strengthen your faith in your ability to overcome. It invites you to take action, to trust in your inner strength, and to persist even when the road ahead seems uncertain. What often happens is that after confronting fear, you realize that it wasn't as daunting as it initially appeared. The anticipation of fear is often worse than the actual experience. When you take that first step into the unknown, you begin to see that the fear was simply a product of your imagination. The more you face your fears, the more you realize that they are not as powerful as you thought. And each time you overcome one fear, you become more confident in your ability to face the next one. Fear also teaches you to be present. It forces you to focus on the task at hand and to remain in the moment. Because when you are filled with fear, your mind tends to race toward imagined worst-case scenarios. The moment you stop fearing the future and bring your focus back to what you can control in the present, you find the strength to move forward. Fear, when channeled properly, sharpens your focus and helps you develop the clarity needed to make decisions, take action, and move in the direction you need to go. One of the greatest things fear does is to reveal your capacity for growth. It is only when you face fear that you truly discover what you are capable of. Each time you push past it, you expand your abilities, gain new insights, and increase your resilience. Fear tests your limits and forces you to rise to the occasion, to find strength you didn't know you had, and to develop qualities like courage, perseverance, and adaptability. In fact, fear can often be a guidepost that shows you where you need to go next. If something scares you, it might be an indication that it's an area of growth for you. It may be a challenge that will stretch your capabilities and lead you toward a higher level of personal or professional development. Rather than avoiding what scares you, you can lean into it, recognizing that it's an opportunity to learn, to push through discomfort, and to come out stronger on the other side. Fear is not something to be feared, but rather a companion on your journey. It reminds you that you are alive, that you are pushing yourself beyond your limits, and that you are capable of achieving great things. By embracing fear instead of avoiding it, You take away its power to control you. Fear is not a roadblock. It is part of the path, an essential element of the process that, when confronted with courage, leads to greater achievements, deeper personal growth, and a more fulfilled life. Fear, in the end, is simply an invitation to step into the higher version of yourself. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, and how you guard and cultivate it determines the trajectory of your life. What you allow to enter your mind shapes your beliefs, influences your decisions, and directly impacts your experiences. The mind, like a garden, requires attention, care, and protection. If left unchecked, it can be easily influenced by negativity, distractions, and the opinions of others, leading to a life that is reactive rather than intentional. But if you actively guard your thoughts and cultivate a mindset of strength, positivity, and purpose, you can transform your life in profound ways. The first step in guarding your mind is being conscious of what you allow to enter it. Just as you would protect your physical health by being mindful of what you eat, you must protect your mental health by being selective about the information, influences, and people you allow into your life. Negative news, toxic relationships, and harmful self-talk can all corrupt your mental environment, leading to stress, anxiety, and doubt. It is essential to filter out these sources of negativity and intentionally choose what you expose your mind to. Surround yourself with content that uplifts, educates, and inspires you. Engage with people who encourage growth, positivity, and vision. Guarding your mind means being intentional about what you consume, whether it's the media you watch, the conversations you engage in, or the thoughts you allow to dominate your inner world. However, guarding your mind is not just about avoiding negativity. It is also about actively protecting your mental space from distractions that can pull you away from your purpose. In a world that is constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and distractions, it's easy to lose focus and get swept up in the noise. Protecting your mind requires discipline and the ability to set boundaries. Prioritize your mental clarity by creating space for quiet reflection, focused work, and intentional thought. Learn to say no to distractions that keep you from growing, and instead say yes to activities and environments that nurture your creativity, concentration, and growth. Once you've protected your mind, the next step is to actively cultivate it. Just as a garden needs water, sunlight, and care to grow, your mind needs nurturing to reach its full potential. This means consistently feeding your mind with positive, empowering, and growth-oriented content. Cultivating your mind requires a deliberate effort to expand your knowledge, broaden your perspective, and challenge your current ways of thinking. Reading books that inspire and educate, engaging in meaningful conversations, and seeking out experiences that push you to grow are all ways to nourish your mental garden. Cultivation is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process of feeding your mind with the nutrients it needs to thrive. An important aspect of cultivating your mind is practicing self-discipline in your thinking. Just as weeds can quickly overtake a garden if left unchecked, negative or limiting thoughts can take root in your mind if you're not vigilant. If you find yourself thinking self-defeating thoughts, questioning your worth, or doubting your abilities, it is essential to challenge these beliefs. Replace them with thoughts that align with your true potential, and purpose. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It means choosing to focus on solutions, strengths, and opportunities rather than dwelling on obstacles or limitations. Over time, as you cultivate a habit of positive thinking and constructive focus, you find that your mind becomes more resilient and empowered. Moreover, cultivating your mind also involves practicing mindfulness, being present and aware of the thoughts you're thinking in any given moment. Often, our minds operate on autopilot, replaying old narratives, fears, and doubts that don't serve us. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of these unconscious patterns and choose to replace them with thoughts that reflect who you want to become. This practice allows you to regain control over your mental landscape, making it easier to respond to challenges with clarity and strength. One of the most important aspects of guarding and cultivating your mind is maintaining a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort, learning, and persistence. A growth mindset fosters resilience, optimism, and the willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. When you cultivate a growth mindset, you no longer view failure as a defeat, but as a stepping stone on the path to success. Your thoughts shift from "I can't" to "I can learn," and you become more adaptable, more open to new ideas, and more willing to push through difficulties. A growth mindset allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as essential parts of the journey that help you develop and refine your abilities. Finally, cultivating your mind means taking responsibility for your thoughts and beliefs. You are the gatekeeper of your mental space, and it is up to you to decide what you allow to take root there. It is easy to fall into the trap of believing that circumstances or other people control your mindset. But the truth is that you have the power to choose your thoughts. When you take ownership of your mind, you take ownership of your life. You recognize that every thought, every belief, and every attitude you hold plays a role in shaping your future. By taking responsibility for your mental environment, you can create a mindset that serves your highest good and aligns with your purpose. In this way, your mind becomes a powerful tool for transformation. When you guard it from negativity and distractions and cultivate it with positive, empowering thoughts, it will begin to reflect the strength, clarity, and vision that you desire for your life. Just as a well-tended garden flourishes and grows, so too will your mind when you give it the care and attention it deserves. Guarding and cultivating your mind is not a one-time effort. It is a lifelong commitment to nurturing your mental well-being and empowering yourself to live a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. In the end, mental strength is not something that is achieved overnight, nor is it found solely in moments of triumph. It is built through consistent effort, intentional thought, and the willingness to face life's challenges with courage and resilience. The foundation of mental strength is laid in the way we choose to think, respond to adversity, and guard the most powerful asset we have, our minds. When we cultivate positive, empowering thoughts and confront fear, adversity, and doubt with faith and perseverance, We grow stronger with each step we take. Our mindset shapes our reality, and when we master it, we master our lives. Remember, you are not defined by the obstacles you face, but by how you choose to navigate them. Fear is not a roadblock. It is a signal that you are on the right path, pushing yourself to new heights. Adversity is not a sign of weakness. It is the crucible in which your mental fortitude is forged. And your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas. They are the seeds that determine the direction of your life. By guarding and cultivating your mind, you create a foundation for growth, resilience, and success. Mental strength is not about being invulnerable. It is about being adaptable, persistent, and committed to becoming the best version of yourself, no matter the circumstances. When you take control of your thoughts and embrace the challenges life throws your way, you unlock the true power within you, ready to face any storm and rise to new heights. This is empowering, and it can be inspirational